Welcome everyone to the podcast Crypto Podcast with me, Coach 23, where we talk about pro wrestling, pop culture, and life in general. It's a Monday afternoon here in the Philippines, here in Manila. Kinda sunny and windy. Doing laundry. I don't have a shift later in my freelance work because it's President's Day, but I think I have a few tasks that I need to do. But no work, no total work at all. Then, hope everyone's weekend was great. Mine was okay. Um, we did Friday last, we did Sepsimum SmackDown last Saturday, and now Sunday, Saturday in the States. We are about to talk on these three packed shows for the weekend. Actually, there's one even for Saturday Night Live. They're on their 50th anniversary. So congrats. It's a long time. It's a sketch show in the States. So if you're here in Manila, that's where our Bubble Gang, our Tropang Trumpo started sketch shows. So Todas and those other shows in the early 80s and 90s. But yeah, so Vengeance Day. Let's talk about Vengeance Day first. Pack show. It's a six match show. So show opened with Stephanie Vicker challenging Fallon Henley of Fatal Influence for the women's North American title, and she won. So congratulations to Stephanie Vicker for winning uh, the prestigious NXT Women's North American Championship. Next up, Tag Team Championship. NXT Tag Team Champions Fractum defended their titles against the team of Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura in a great tag team match. Can't go wrong with Fractum. They retained. They were still the tag team champion, and an unnamed group that's led by Dion Lennox attacked them. There's a few names I haven't seen it, but they're new guys. They're the Performance Center guys, but it's kinda reminiscent when the Shield, when they were nameless, faceless back in 2012, attacked Ryback and John Cena at Survivor Series. So yeah, there you go. But tag team champions retained. Afterwards, a strap match between Eddie Thorpe and Trick Williams. Uh, Eddie Thorpe won, surprisingly. And afterwards, there's a grudge match between Evans against Ethan Page. Ethan Page won again, surprisingly. Then you have uh, the NXT Championship being defended by Obafemi against Grayson Waller and Austin Theory in a triple threat match. Great, great triple threat match as well. Um, and those four guys, led by Dion Lennox, attack Obafemi after the match. After Obafemi retained, and then you have your main event, NXT Women's Championship. Julia defended her title against the team of against not sorry against Bailey. The challengers Bailey, Roxanne Perez, and Cora Jade. In the end, Julia won. So interesting things that happened in Vengeance Day. In my prediction that I did last week, I was 3 for 3. So I got Fractium, Obafemi, and Julia right. Then I got the other three wrong. I said on my one of the episodes last week regarding Stephanie Vicker that okay, because for me I see her as a main eventer more than handling a mid card title. I don't know North American titles, a mid card title. Let's be frank and honest about it. But I was surprised that they gave it to her. I don't know what their plans are, but right now, the top singles title for the women's division in NXT are both baby faces, are both good guys. And I was like hoping that Fallon Henley could at least hold the title and let's just say until Stand and Deliver. But I don't know what the plans are. But surprisingly, Stephanie Booker won, and good for her. Hopefully she can defend the title against girls like Kelani Jordan, Zarya, Sol Ruka, and other mid carders or mid card female wrestlers from NXT. I think she will do that. Then afterwards for the Fraction Tag Team Championship match, great tag team match. You can't, like I said, you can't go wrong with Fraction. Um, their chemistry is top notch. Their chemistry with the teams that they're facing are really great as well. Um, I can't say anything wrong. I mean, if I'm going to rate it 5 stars match, 5 star ratings, if 4 out of 4.5, because that's really how good Fraction is. They have great chemistry with any tag teams that they faced, whether it's in NXT, WWE, main roster, and even TNA. So I don't know. Best guess if they're going to get the titles, take the titles away from them, probably stand and deliver. Uh, but who knows? They're almost in their 1 year reign at stand and deliver. But yeah, good job from Fraction. And Josh Briggs and Inamura will be getting a championship soon as well. I mean, they also have great chemistry as a team and against those people that they're facing at. And can't go wrong with those two as well. Then I was surprised for the Trick Williams strap match against Eddie Thorpe. I was surprised that they gave it to Eddie Thorpe. But best guess still that Trick Williams is also main roster ready. Um, People might hate him because he's not really a great, in-ring wrestler, but he's dynamic. He's exciting. Like I said, he kind of reminds me of Booker T, circa back late 90s or mid 90s to early 90s when he was doing his singles run in WCW for the TV Championship. So it kind of reminds me of Trick Williams right now. His entrance theme is really, dynamic. It's really exciting as well. Imagine like tens of thousands of fans screaming "Whoop that trick" every entrance, and he can have great chemistry as well. If you've seen his matches last year with guys like Ethan Page, Ilya Dragunov, you can see where I'm going. Um, Probably they will still have a match, at least a stand and deliver, probably a send-off match if ever that rumors persist that Trick William is main event worthy or main roster worthy. But if not, he can still have that run in NXT and feud with those guys like Oba and the nameless faceless Ricky Starks. We don't know his name yet. They haven't mentioned his name yet, but he's the absolute superstar as he calls him. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, probably in my opinion, Eddie Thorpe and Trick Williams will have a match one more time. Probably outstand and deliver. And then again, the Javon Evans Ethan Page match. I was surprised that normally when you have grudge matches like that, the babyface always wins, or at least always win, or protagonist always win. I was surprised that they gave it to Ethan Page. But like the um Eddie Thorpe, Trick Williams match, I think they will still give these two guys great chemistry between Ethan Page and Javon Evans. The way Javon sells, the way Ethan Page even sold this match yesterday or last night or whatever, it was also good. And Ethan Page can also work because I can see Ethan Page as a similar type. I'm not saying they're the same, similar with guys like MJ from AEW, The Miz, that he can talk, he can wrestle even if when you're needed and when he's needed. So yeah. Then Obafemi against A-Town Down Under in a triple threat match. They really sold the tease of the possible breakup between Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. And then Obafemi showing that he can hang with main roster guys. He threw especially the shot put throw that he normally does to like smaller wrestlers like cruiserweights, but he was able to do that to like Austin Theory. That's even surprising. So he sold a lot of great deal as well in the match. Uh, Especially when Austin Theory hit the A-Town down finishing move on Obafemi. I was like really thought it was over, but Obafemi retains, and I think they will be able to give Obafemi at least a year run for with as a main event NXT guy. So before moving to the main roster, there are flaws in his matches, but it's really rare to see. but he can really go as well if I needed to. He can sell to smaller guys, and kind of reminds me of Brock Lesnar when Brock Lesnar, sold to guys like a Kurt Angle or the Eddie Guerrero, smaller wrestlers than him, and yeah, that's Obafemi. And then of course Julia retains against possible, or four generate. It was a four-generation match of NXT. You have the old school NXT in uh Bailey, Black and Gold era still back then. Then you have NXT 2.0 in Roxanne, and then you got Cora Jade for the NXT White and Gold, I believe, and then you got uh this generation of NXT at CW, the Silver and Black with Julia, and Julia retained. And yeah, I can see it a mile away. I don't think that they'll take the title away from Julia that easy, especially after just winning it a month and a half. So guess more reign with her. Possible challenger will be Cora Jade as well in terms of who can be a possible challenger against uh against Julia. So show structure wise, action wise, storyline building wise, NXT Vengeance was awesome. Very great. Um, couldn't say anything bad. There are clunky moments, but the best thing about those clunky moments was that the announced team of Corey Graves, Vic Joseph, and Booker T, they were able to cover up those like, it's a botch, or oh, he missed time a move, she missed time a move, he missed time a move. They were able to cover it up. They made the calls from all the three amount announced team announcers. It made the match even better in terms of, Julia was trying a spin on move, but kind of weren't able. They were able to cover it up with storytelling, which is, I believe, is essential in a wrestling match. So, gonna say Shawn Michaels, Chef Shawn Michaels, still cooking, especially with the signing of the unnamed Ricky Starks this coming Wednesday at NXT. I'm sorry, Tuesday in NXT. So yeah, those it. That's my reaction for Vengeance Day. So again, like I said, it's a top, sports heavy entertainment wise level this weekend. All Star Saturday happened where basketball NBA superstars play the skills challenge, 3-point shootout, and of course the uh, slam dunk competition. For the skills challenge, Cleveland Cavaliers won with led by Donovan Mitchell. Funny story about that. San Antonio Spurs team of Victor Wembanyama and Chris Paul tried to cheat their way to get the fastest record, but they weren't able to do. They're just throwing the balls and not even in a shooting capacity, shooting style. That's why they were disqualified. And in the end, in the finals, Cavaliers won, defeating the team of Draymond Green who led the Golden State Warriors. Then 3-point shootout. Uh, I'm sorry, not Donovan Mitchell. Damian Lillard wasn't able to have a three-peat, joining legends like Carl Hodge, I believe, and Larry Bird to win three-peat championship for the three-point shootout. Um, it was won by Miami Heat's Tyler Hero by beating uh who did he beat? Oh, he beat Buddy Hield of Golden State Warriors by 1 point. So that's how Tyler Hero beat him, but to win the 3-point shootout and slam dunk competition. Mac McClung is the first ever three-peat winner for slam dunk competition, beating what's his name? Castle? Yeah, Shelton Castle, no? Castle. Stephon Castle of San Antonio Spurs. Mac McClung. All dunks were graded as 50, and he all did his dunk at the first try. First dunk was he jumped over a car, and not in the hood of the car like great Blake Griffin did few years ago, but on the roof of the car itself, and got 50. Then all the tricks, two ball dunks, great. Mac McClung, and according to him, that might be it for him. But if he's invited next year, he will try. But Three Pete is a good company, or not? He is in his own company. So that's the Slam Saturday night competition. Earlier this morning, here in Manila, they did the All-Star game, a new format of four teams facing in a mini tournament. First team to score 40 points advances. So they did a draft like a few weeks or a couple of weeks ago in NBA inside the NBA with Shaq, Chuck, Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny. Forgot his name. Kenny Smith, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Candice Parker joined by way of well, the Rising Stars one and the rookie slash sophomores like junior new talents, rookie talents last Friday or Saturday in Manila. And in the mini tournament, in the end, the team of Shaquille O'Neal, the OGs, won, led by the MVP of the All Star game, Stephen Curry, who hosted the game as well. So it was really competitive compared. Some detractors said that the new format sucked. I don't think so. I kind of for me it's kind of short. That's the reason why maybe I wasn't like oh, it's like if they're going to count, it's like maybe a quarter a game, one quarter, and yeah, sure they missed out those breaking of records like Jason Tatum did a few years ago with 55 points, setting an all-star scoring for one all-star game. But I like the format. Steph Curry won the finals. That's the MVP, winning the Kobe Bryant All-Star MVP award with 12 points only. And but it was competitive. Wembanyama was blocking, they were running, they were defending. So it was a good format that, yeah, it's a good change. But overall, for the NBA All-Star weekend, it was also highly entertaining. I'm a basketball fan as well. So LeBron wasn't able to play because of ankle and foot injury or some sort. Guess he's resting now. So, but in the end, it was okay. It was a great weekend for the NBA All Star, and was sad to see because it's the last broadcast of NBA on TNT. I believe inside the NBA will be shutting down after this year. I don't think they're being. I think they're still trying to negotiate with other networks for them to be shown. But for TNT, there it's their swan song. So it was emotional even for Ernie Johnson, especially for Ernie Johnson, who has been the host for like decades and NBA on TNT. And salute to those four guys, Shaq, Chuck, and Kenny. They're really entertaining if you ask me in terms of basketball and other stuff. And yeah, sad to see them go, but life goes on, right? Then, of course, to cap up this Sunday, Saturday nights festivities in terms of sports and entertainment, AEW Grand Slam in Brisbane was a tape show for AEW, and they have few matches. They had the tag team match of Will Ospreay teaming up with Kenny Omega against what's her name? Kyle Fletcher and forgot the dude's name. I mean, he's in my mind. He was already in my mind earlier. Don Callis guy. Uh, Let me see. I'm old man. I'm 42 years old. So sorry. Uh, Takeshita. Konosuke Takeshita. How could I forget? He's a big Japanese dude. Great tag team match. Solid tag team match. Of course, if you're a Will Ospreay, guy, my only doesn't really sell that much. Once I skate, he got bounced back like I don't know. But great tag team match between great chemistry between four men. In the end, Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay won. They won when I believe it was Kyle Fletcher who was in Kenny Omega's shoulders. No, Takeshita was in Kenny Omega's shoulders and for a position for a one-winged angel. while Will Ospreay jumped from the top rope hitting an hidden blade. That's my only concern or only issue with that match. Like I said, I'm a toy collector. Sorry, out of topic. Sorry for that dude who lost 500,000 worth of toys last week was used by Jimmy. I have toy collection. I have this Fortnite guy and I have Captain America Falcon. The finishing move that they did, Osprey and Omega did the finishing move to Takeshita. It's an action figure finisher, meaning let's just do it for the sake of doing it, and it wasn't really believable. It's not because these are two guys who are like we want to make wrestling believable. But if you're a Will Osprey guy, I don't think there's any believable thing that he does if it's a real fight or whatnot. Kenny Omega can do so. He needs a lot of knees. But that finishing move was people were saying, "Oh, it's awesome." No, come on, no, it's not. It's an action figure video game move. That's it. Not even. I don't even think that if you're going to make it a legitimate move, make it at least a bit hard hit or a hard hit, hard hit. Sorry. And when he hit the hidden blade, he was like, "Well, then finish it." It's like, no, no, come on, sorry. But overall, the match was great. Then afterwards, you have Mercedes Moné defending the TBS Championship on a TNT show against Hardy Cameron. Somebody laughed in a message board that we have like, "Oh, the TBS title is being defended on TNT." Now, the TBS title and TNT title, according to Tony Khan, when they created it, it's a non-mid card title. If you have a world championship, that's a stupid thing to say. Because if you have a world title, the next title below those are mid-card titles. And they just named it the TNT and TBS title just to please their networks that they have, they're working with right now. Stupid. And in the end, Mercedes Moné won. Harley Cameron, she has potential, but she kind of reminds me, if you're going to go with a WWE route, maybe a little bit of Maxine Dupree. That she's a little bit green or really rookie type of wrestler. That there's a need certain believability on her. Uh, Character wise, the puppet, she's great. She can ventriloquist with the best of them. And I will remember there's one comment on the message board as well that why she keep playing with puppets instead of going to against Monet. And I told Mick did wonders to Mick Foley with Mr. Osako, did wonders with Santino with the Cobra. What's wrong with puppets? But in the end, yeah, Mercedes Monet won and retained the TBS championship on a TNT show. Like that comment. And then you have the Brisbane Brawl, probably just a Texas Tornado type match of Death Riders team of world champion Dean Ambrose or John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli against the team of Edge. Yes, his name is Edge. I will never call him with his new name. Or Adam Copeland, I will call him that, but not that four-letter word now. Stupid name. Sorry, it's my opinion. If you like to call him that, well, it's on you. It's not mine. Then and the Jay White. Um, Clunky tag team match. What do you expect in a street fight brawl? It's like similar with what happened last year at WrestleMania with Roman and Rock against Cody and Seth, just like those brawl. And after the match, interference from Wheeler Yuta, Pac, Marina Shafir. The team of Dead Riders won by with Moxley doing a bulldog choke on Edge. Edge just, went to sleep, didn't tap out. So, yeah, they're still going to have a one-on-one match at Revolution for the AEW World Championship. Then afterwards, it's international championship match between Kazuchika Okada versus Buddy Matthews. Like I said, if you pull the trigger on Buddy Matthews in terms of being a single star, he can go. When he was in WWE back then, I was telling my friends that he kind of reminded me of Kenny Omega. He can have that type of level if he's being pushed at that level. Um, Sadly, he didn't win. He didn't win his match. being a hometown hero, along with Harley Cameron, also from Australia. They both lost in their hometown, and Kazuchika Okada won. Um, Buddy Matthews blame it on the ring, and I'll tell you why. So yeah. Then the main event, Mariah May defended the AEW Women's Championship against Timeless Tony Storm. Yeah, simple match for me. They have great match last year and all in, but that's it. This one was kind of okay. But in the end, Tony Storm won, regaining the AEW Women's Championship for the third time, making her the first three-time winner in AEW history. So yeah, that's it. So my what are my comments? Like I said, this is not an AEW bashing. I praised the Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay tag team match against Callis family, except for the finisher. They were good. Buddy Matthews versus Okada were good. I'm still a high believer that push Buddy Matthews to the moon. He can deliver. Um, this was supposed to be in a 55,000 seater stadium, but they weren't able to sold out that. They went to a 13,000 seater. I believe there's still like 1,000 tickets were still on sale before the show. Um, like I said before this, they were like, "Oh, we're not really a pay-per-view. It's a TV. Where Grand Slam is always on TV." I wouldn't say that. And if you ask me, it's a big fat lie when they say it's always been perceived for television and not a pay-per-view. If you're booking a 50,000 seater arena, it's always a pay-per-view quality. This wasn't a pay-per-view quality. Match-wise, they were great. AEW delivers in matches. Most of the matches that they had, Okada Matthews, the tag team match Osprey Kenny Omega, they were great. Can't go wrong with those. But here's my comparison. If people are comparing this, if I'm going to compare this, because people, a lot of internet wrestling fans even saying that Saturday night's main event for WWE is a glorified house show. This was a glorified house show. So I don't know the ratings yet about this. The issue with the ratings for this is that they started in on our time here in Manila 11:30 a.m., which is I believe then 10:30 in the States or so. 10:45 in the States, 11:45 here. So it's really really late night and they are on cable. The narrative of cable versus free TV is still rampant there because there are a lot of internet wrestling fans who are saying NXT is cheating by ratings because they're in free TV. Free TV meaning that you can just put a rabbit antenna, an antenna in your roof, and you can watch it on CW. So that means they cover 150 households or 200 million households in the States or whatever. And TBS or TNT has like 60 million subscribers. Max have like a million subscribers. It's not about the numbers. It's about the viewership itself, meaning the people who watch it. It's logic. It's not even. It's common sense. Not even logic anymore. It's just common sense. Purely common sense that hey, this and that happened. So, uh, I said Body Matthews blamed the ring because they should. The ring was so small. It wasn't a 20, the normal AEW or WWE wrestling ring of 20 by 20 ring. It's a 16 by 16 ring. It's like if you watch WCW in the 90s, it's that small or an independent ring. Mostly, probably it's an independent rented ring. It's a shame that they're proud of their 180 million deal and they cannot fly and stock their own ring in like a warehouse in Australia. It's their first show in Australia and you know they messed up in the ring. Buddy Matthews when he entered the ring he was doing a jump from outside the ring to the inside and he twisted his left ankle and it's hard and it sucked. And that's why he blamed the ring. And like I said, for 180 million per year, they cannot play their own equipment. It's a sad reality about AEW. I don't know why. WWE have their ring stock wherever they go. I believe they have their ring stock even here in the Philippines because I know they use the 20 by 20 ring. Come on. Like I said, great ring action. I cannot deny that about AEW, but if there's a glorified AEW house show, it's this one. Sorry to say about that, but that's my take. And yeah, Tony Khan got booed when he entered a mixed reaction because one of the prevailing internet rumors or news right now was those people who paid earlier for the 60,000, supposedly 60,000 seater in Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane before they move it to a normal arena. They paid more. They weren't even refunded or at least have discount or rebate or some sort of, compensation. It's like if I paid $1,000 for a ringside ticket and I'm expecting it to be like in a 60,000 seater, that's fine. 60,000 for a thousand ticket, that's fine. I'm not saying it's fine, but it's an example. If I have bought a ringside ticket for $1,000, I expect it in the 60,000. But they move it to a smaller arena and they didn't even rebate, refunded some or discounted some. Those people were sitting ringside who paid full for the Suncorp Stadium. They still paid for that smaller arena. And those people who paid tickets for later, they paid they paid for less and for 1 week before the show. I believe some of them even received emails that AEW Grants have had a buy one get one ticket. So it's a sad thing to do business wise for AEW. I don't know how can will they remedied it, but that's the reason they were booing Tony Khan last weekend during when he came out, and it's sad. Like I said, it's a sad state in terms of that. But yeah, so far, otherwise, it's an old entertaining weekend. uh, Thank you guys who watched a couple of episodes I did last Friday. Last Friday or Saturday, I believe. Yeah, for SmackDown session and the Cobra Kai Karate Kid pop culture episode. Great turnaround on the views. Overall, I almost had 100 views in total for both shows. Thank you very much. I already broke 2,100 views for overall 63 or 4 episodes so far. Thank you. Keep on rolling. I had another subscriber. I have 22 subscriber now, so great. Keep on spreading the word. I hope you guys like my videos and whatnot, my opinion about pro wrestling, pop culture, and whatnot. So thank you guys. Really appreciate everything. Here's to more. And so I'll see you guys tomorrow after Raw for my Raw opinion. And thank you guys for watching the podcast, Cryptor Podcast with me, Coach 23, where we talk about pro wrestling, pop culture, and life in general. So see you guys soon.